All right, here we are. We are live, and this is the last entry in Bosomania Month with Motorpsycho, starring Alex Rocco and Haji. And it was Alex Rocco's first role. So, anyway, I am joined by, of course, by, you know, uh, my partner in crime and in enchiladas, Mr. Juno 2000. And of course, Carnage Asada and whatnot.
Órale, órale. What's up, essays?
So yeah, we gotta, the gang is filling in, quite nicely, of course. So we've got Chester Franklin in the house, Rosalia is in the house, Zodiac is in the house, Jimbo UFO, Alan is here, Sailor George is here, um, Jim is in the house, and it looks like and Russell Madison is in the house as well. So Gangrel's all here.
Man, that show really gave me a smile this morning. So that's why we'll talk about it later tonight after the show.
Yeah, I guess it's been like a big, a huge thing. Joe Zodiac watched it and he liked it.
Fucking shit. They delivered carnage, especially Champa and Jericho. That was carnage.
Well, have I got something, to show you, Juno?
Pro wrestling crate.
Yeah. So as usual, you know, this was actually a decent crate. It was the 90s crate. So anyway, I did get, a really cool looking DDP shirt, Dean Malenko shirt. Um,
Iceman.
yeah, I got a genius micro brawler
That's
appendage, not
badass.
attached, though, if you know what I'm talking about. Um, they had some, I guess, apparently some variants. Maybe that had it on there. If
That was
nobody,
that was the
no, if nobody knows what I'm talking about, I'll tell the story about it. But apparently, he had a huge, very large member, and he used to go to this one town to see this arena rat whose name was Sue, I believe. Uh, but anyway, well, apparently he was so well endowed that he could like self fillet himself, and so one night as he's going about his business with Sue or whatever, he decided to show her said act, and so anyway, he gets a he goes to a promoter, and the promoter asked him, he's like, "Listen, I heard from Sue that you have this rather large member and you can do this thing," and he's like, "Yeah," and he says, "Well, I have to see this," and he's like, he tells him to drop his drawers or whatever. He's like, "I don't want to see you, self fillet yourself. I just want to see if it's as big as she claims it is." So he, drops his pants and he's like, "Holy shit. Okay, well that's enough." But apparently, and I mean, I saw the interview where he actually talked about it and stuff. So I mean, it's pretty fucked up, you know. I mean,
Yep.
I guess that he could, well, whatever. I got this 250 America Macho Man like sticker. Who gives a shit? Uh, Brutus the Barber bow tie. I don't even know if that shit would fit me anyway. And my stripping days have long been over. I retired from that before I could even get into the door. So
Órale.
I think you'll like this the most, though. The pin was let's see, whoop, Sting and RoboCop. I'm just trying to get it closer to close up there. Yeah.
RoboCop is here to save Sting.
And then there was a comic book of the New Age Outlaws, and the uh, artwork is so shitty. I don't know why they use this company.
Already
But
shit.
well, I mean, I hate it when they put comic books in there because I mean, it just they suck. I'd rather them throw a DVD in there. But this is the piece de resistance, and I'm glad that Zodiac is here to witness this. And I repeat, I am glad that Zodiac is here to witness this. And Juno, you need to hold on to your hat, because I mean, oh man. So this is the autograph photo I got. And I mean, a lot of times these crates, they've gone downhill. And this is really just, oh my God. This is a rotten piece of cake. There you go. Look at this shit. Motherfucking Vinny Roo.
The ass hair.
Yeah,
The total ass hair.
motherfucking Vinny Roo. Who the fuck would
I wrote.
want this? You know,
He looked like he gelled shit all over his head to make it more stinking shit.
bro, 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 bro. That's all and he puts a fucking cross on it, because he's a born again Christian, as they say. Bro, yeah. I booked it all. It was my idea to book David Arquette. Bro. There you go.
Yeah, Vince Russo, kiss our ass,
So,
motherfucker.
you know, fuck that motherfucker. I'll find you know, some, dweeb mark that's in his basement, and I'll sell it to him for 50 mil. Yeah. I'll give him a choice, $10 or 50 mil.
Plus, he killed Owen. Fuck him.
Yeah, he did. He killed Owen. And you can ask Jimmy when we were at that pay-per-view and he was trying to do some kind of thing, talking with the fans and shit. Some guy said, somebody should yell out, you killed Owen. And I go, I'll do it. I'm not afraid. And I did, and the people kind of got quiet, and that was about it. And I'm like, I don't give a fuck.
And he's
So,
the
yeah.
biggest fucking idiot because he was the worst thing about Dark Side of the Ring. Instead of not having Dutch on there, we had to have this annoying fuckwad. Bro. Like, and pretty much not taking accountability of all the stupid shit he created was dumb. Especially when Jim Cornette says that all this stuff was stupid what he did.
Right. So,
Bro, it was entertaining.
September's crate is going to be Masks and Paint 10, and it's going to have Danhausen, Psychosis, Andre the Giant, Darby Allen, uh, the ultimate warrior, mankind and more. It says, but as always, it says card subject to change. So who knows what they're going to do? But but yeah, I was like, man, so far this is a great crate, and then I get to that shit, and I'm like, wow, what the fuck? It's like being gang raped in
Yeah,
prison. So enough of that shit.
good stuff. Besides Vince Russo, fuck him, but all that stuff was good, especially the Genius.
So
Well, they did that stupid gang rape implied when the Mountie got thrown into jail in
right,
SummerSlam, and they
the
had some fruitcake. Now,
the DDP shirt, it's blue. I mean, all the shirts that come in the crate, they're all like custom, made. They're all special shirts, like one of a kind and all that kind of stuff. It just has his picture on it, and it says Diamond Dallas Page on there, and whatever.
DDP was a great person and a great wrestler that should have got the respect that he deserved, but they fucked him over.
That bro was a picture that I autographed for my good friend Tex. Yeah, yeah, I'm sure he was imagining that. One of the weirdest things was when I got the autographed King Kong Bundy, photo, because they said, like, included in the card, it said next month there will be a King Kong Bundy autograph, and I'm like, he's fucking dead. How the hell? But apparently they had sent him a shitload of like photos to autograph before he died and all that, and I got one and stuff. But it was weird. I was like, that's kind of weird. No, it isn't. It isn't like that. They do, like, yeah, like I said, one of a kind shirts. So, but I mean, I hope that's the only thing I ever get of Vince Russo. Dear God, if they, you know, put out a T-shirt of him or something, and I'll wipe my ass with it.
At least not as don't give us a fucking DVD of Vince Russo. That could go up the sewer's ass.
Bro, I'm responsible for Halloween Ends, bro. Bro, I'm responsible. I wrote Halloween Ends, bro. There you go, Juno.
Then I can wet my ass. Scrunchy and clean. Damn you, Vince Russo, you bastard. JCW. Oh, then fuck that company. If they have his shirts.
There should be a brothers administration. I think that would be a good tag team. Kimberly Page was, she was hot. Nicole Bassett, Triple H.
Well, Nicole Bass, they get wasted. Or like, all she did was just become like an idiot bodyguard to Sable, who couldn't fucking wrestle.
Anyway, tonight's film, Motorcycle, is the precursor to Faster Pussycat Kill Kill, and this one didn't do too well, at the box office like Faster Pussycat, because it was more of a, a gang type film, but not with ladies, and stuff. But Alex Rocco is really great in this for his first role. And if anybody's ever seen the movie Stanley about the rattlesnake, that's one to watch with him in it. His death scene is fantastic. Juno, you ever see The Exterminator?
Is that the one with the guy with the flame torch?
Yes.
Yeah, I have seen it, but I have not seen the sequel. Because I know there's two.
You don't need to worry about the sequel. Yeah, I rewatched Exterminator the other night, and I mean it still holds up. And of course, Christopher George is fucking great in it. So,
Nope.
But yeah, this movie runs about an hour, 14 minutes. It's kind of a short one.
Right.
Unfortunately, Kenny's not, here tonight. He had to check into the hospital, but he's okay, and stuff like that. So he'll be all right. And we have Tom Baker's in the house. Samantha Egger. What about Samantha Egger? She's kind of dead and stuff. But anyway. And Linda Day George. Well, everybody knows that was Christopher George's wife. You've seen Grizzly, correct, Juno?
Yeah, Grizzly's the giant ass grizzly monster, mongoloid monster. Like they say it was like a ripoff of Jaws, but it wasn't. It was actually its own thing.
Samantha Hammond Egger. Yeah, exactly like John Hammond Egger, too. Robert Eggers Benedict.
Yep.
But yeah, there's the link in the chat there. Look Movie is up there. Oh yeah, just to let everybody know, if you want to write them on your list, the other Russ Meyer films that I did find that were on Look Movie were Cherry, Harry, and Raquel, which is one that at some point we may do. I just a lot of them are at 480p, and I would rather them have better, higher quality. But there's Cherry, Harry, and Raquel. There was Lorna, which is really fucking good. And then Finders, Keepers, Lovers, Weepers is up there as well. And Mercy from Kidsmo Media is in the house. Good to see you, Mercy. I watched a little bit of your show today. Of your music show. It's interesting. I mean, I like a lot of Japanese bands, but I like mine heavier than that. No offense, it wasn't. That wouldn't mean to be offensive. I was just saying that I was surprised. I'd never really watched your show, but I got petrified after a while, and I had to leave. So, of my own accord, I was scared of myself. So, I refuse to acknowledge that, Tom, because I know she's doing Wasp Woman, but, we had nothing to do with that or, showing that or anything. Just kidding. You showed it actually, didn't you, Juno?
Yeah, it was me.
Yeah, it was you. So yeah, you can't blame me. That was Juno.
It was me. Damn it. It was me, you pinche pendejos and rancheros.
Huevos rancheros. But yeah, so if everybody's set, we're gonna go ahead and get this going. I'll give it 10 count. And this one, it's been a while since I've seen it, but when I met Russ Meyer in person, this was one of the movies that was on the bill. And so anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and give the 10 count. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, quattro, trace, dos, uno, mas grande, tequila, pendejos, fotos, and all that good jazz. Hit play, motherfuckers.
The Museum of Modern Art.
From the collection of MoMA, which means MoMA. There's Juno's girlfriend laying there in the sun.
Yeah.
And apologies to those who, were not offended by last week's movie. Because, I mean, this is more, I think, the speed of, that at the drive-in, Tranquillo, See, look at these jackholes. They're not even riding real motorcycles. Those are more like fucking scooters. Bunch of fucking pansies, you know. See, if Russ Tamblyn would have been in this shit, he would have been kicking ass and taking names already, and not riding a fucking stupid, bike like this, Motor boating psychos, exactly. That's what it is.
Alan Dave Meltzer's an asshole like Vince Russo. They're both ass hairs.
See, even Russell Madison agrees that they were pissant bikes,
Yep. They are scooters. You could tell by the back of them. You could tell it is not a damn motorbike.
Yep.
It's like the same shit that Peter Parker rides in those Spider-Man films.
I can think of better things to me. I promise. So who needs fun? I don't think you like us, buddy. She was gonna love us. You get your message, Dad. Baby, you're going to hate yourself in the morning. I won't be long. A good half hour and you know. No help. Where's Sam Fred's birthday garden? You should pick it with a prize German Shepherd instead of a Duke's Mix. I guess the Sam it is. Not just a scarecrow. You know, sometimes I wish I had married an MD instead of a veterinarian. At least I could compete with human patients.
You're always picking on me.
Get out of here.
Oh, by the way, we have some unfinished later.
And you won't get the troops out of the hot sun, Lieutenant, I suppose, for just left to our own devices? I'm gonna drop in on Martha and check her new offspring. You kind of.
I pick up a few pointers yourself. I'll see you in a few minutes. Oh, I thought that the kitty kid was coming.
Get away! Hello!
Time's over.
That blonde asshole looks like Coeur d'Alene, but it's not him though. Yeah.
He has a Pete Rose haircut.
That's Alex Rocco, Russell. I already talked about him, mentioned him several times. Put down the bottle before you hurt yourself.
Corey, what are you doing?
I wake you. I'm sorry.
Come back to bed, love.
All right, honey.
Is that why you're sitting up?
Tom, you just want me to become the president of his fan club, you know?
You're still upset about that, aren't you? Honey, they were just three wise guys trying to be big men. Silly. Those three are probably 100 miles away from here by now. I can think of better things to do than talk about three weirdos.
Such as.
She needs to shave his back.
Yeah. It's starting to look like Albert's back. Shave your back.
Albert had a rug on both sides, you know.
Yep.
No, there's really no cause. I can't. It's impossible. Yeah, I'll be in the morning. Yes, it's fine. Okay, good night. What's so damn funny?
What? One thing, a pregnant horse interrupting us.
Starlight is a very expensive mare.
So's Roman. You're Starlight that has the problem.
You know she's a fool.
Jessica? I thought she was just hoping.
Angel, you are jealous.
No, why should I be? Just because some wealthy sex machine thinks my husband is the only button to your calendar.
Honey, you know I pick my filly sometimes, though.
Let's just keep it that way. You know how females are, darling, especially when they're pregnant.
Jesus Christ.
What?
I said, if Starlight undergone some sort of miraculous cure, why did you send for me?
Well, I figured you were on your way over here, and besides, I wanted you to look at him. Oh, he belongs to a friend of ours. And Tom and I are thinking of buying him and using him for breeding purposes.
Looks young enough. Good mind. Good confirmation. How to make a fine stud. By the way, Miss Tom.
Ladies, let's go. Hello. My Tom's a very busy man.
You don't something I'm.
Tom's a very busy man. There you go. You know?
Hoboken, New Jersey, 317152. 369-5347. Hi. Hi. I'm out west on a trip. We have motorcycles of our own now. One was in the army. Judo and camp and all that.
Back in them days, you know, making calls like that was expensive as fuck. It's like $100 a minute.
Damn.
He called me mother.
$100 for that?
No, it wasn't that expensive, but expensive enough, especially if you were making long distance calls and your parents didn't know. And then when they got the bill, you know, got your ass beat, you know.
Shit.
I know we didn't do that, but it sounds like something we would have done.
But I was playing.
Why?
Partly I was curious. We got an important client. But nevertheless, you are desirable.
Then why don't we give it a go?
For more than one reason. But let's just say I already got more than I can handle.
That's sweet. Precious.
Yes.
Of course, the horse gets in the last word, you know.
Well, some gals have it made.
Are these three psychos supposed to be like the guy version of the Fasher Pussycats in Russ Meyers' previous movie?
Sort of, you know, but, you know, they were different, you know. That's why that movie made more money than this one, you know.
Mhm.
The dumbass with the radio, you know, he's like, he could have been Harry Dean Stanton's twin, you know.
Yeah.
Got a good thing going there, that mare. I'm an old horse flesh. Always said this is a great horse. Well, just another day.
The one with the Pete Rose haircut, he kind of looks like a pre 20-year-old version of Charles Napier.
Tom's absolutely right. He goes, these guys would be no match for Charles Napier. That's for sure.
If you're finished talking, we'd like to take you to the hospital. Report too. Doc, I feel sorry for my stack a little while ago. You mind if I come to the back? I'll have one of my boys pick up the flying car a little later. Okay.
How the hell did the sheriff and the ambulance get called, you know? If
Yeah.
he didn't do it himself, you know.
She'll be all right. So after all, nothing happened.
Chloe, help me, God.
I'm here, Angel. I'm here. Max,
Well, they always portray cops that are idiots because they always think that they're
Right.
the ones that the spouses are the ones that are at fault.
Oh, was it a neighbor that called the pig?
She was a you idiot,
Well, not exactly, but sometimes a woman will encourage
ass clown.
Prove it. Does that look like she was having a party? She was assaulted. Criminally assaulted. Take it easy, Maddox. We'll find those three lover boys. Wait till next month, next year, whenever you get around to it, baby. Hi. Hi. They won't get away with it, Angel. They won't get away.
I need you like a hole in the head.
Shut your black mouth. I got you on the file tank. Most bros would be grateful.
Grateful, come on, dear. You movie through every cheap motel in 3 states. Then you get as lost as the nickel of nowhere. And I'm supposed to be grateful.
You caved and witch. I should have never married you. Should have left you back at file tank. You ain't
He's
worth a
spitting in the
lick.
face of people who don't want to be cool.
You talk about this, Sam. Didn't anyone tell you you can't push a car with its motor? The car we get into, you can get lost, California. I don't need you to get to LA.
What are you aiming to do? Peddle your way there?
If I do, you can bet I'll find me a man. That some smelly old club up to 24 pence.
Get your teacher out of this car, damn it.
JuneXas has entered the house.
Hey, JuneXas, what's up?
I don't give a tinker's damn. Never come back. No, Barry. No, man. It was George and that crazy robo. No, I'm telling you, it was San Juan Hill. You're right, Bob. Oh, during some of this taxi gets Valley Forge, man. Oh, yeah, you'll know stuff with the rag on your head. You tell us the shock to me. You guys don't say that was the biggest. World War One. The biggest? Oh, yeah, he means the big wipeout, man. No soldier here. He deserves more respect. Taking a long time. Get this. The bounty hunter.
Whoops.
Ring your scrawny chicken neck. Run around with that piece. You nearly put the black. I got half a notion of.
Haven't you guys got gun power yet? Has the old man changed the time? Man gonna give me a bite back.
What the hell did you do that for, Brahmin? Friends aren't safe. You are indelicate. One does not maul a lady. A lady? Oh, come on now. You gotta be kidding, man. No, not at all. Can't you see it sticks out all over?
Why, you bottom-mouse scum.
Like, she's a real look, all right. Cajun, French gal. You know what to say about them French gals, don't you? Ain't nothing like a French gal. Snack, they get wild, real wild. Now listen, you fellas want you go right ahead. Yes, sir. You go right ahead and help yourself. She don't mind. She likes it.
Oh, you thirsty.
Happy birthday to him. Ashton's in the house.
Ashton, what's up?
No pork sauce, you know. Anthony Chabot is in the house.
Hey, Anthony.
Hope yeah, your birthday's coming up and you're at 2024 in your memoirs, you know, so you'll be at 2025 pretty quick. Ruby Soho. Johnny is in the house.
Hey, Johnny.
I'm alright.
she say she had a constitution like a whore?
No,
Oh, geezer.
Constitution?
About him, they
Yeah, Tom Targets is a fucking movie, man. That movie's awesome as fuck.
to LA.
I sympathize with your comments, but I have my own right. We've been here before, haven't we? My fellas,
Thank you, Chester.
couple of bucks worth.
I'll definitely check that out on there. Evil Dead is on the website we don't name. The new Evil Dead Burns. Hashtag Inside Wrestling.
Oh yeah, by the way, I forgot to tell everybody this movie's in black and white.
Everything's better in black and white.
She tells her to keep her head down, and she's standing up. Like
Kingship in there, huh?
Man, what do you want to do? Wait for the lousy bus? Damn bus.
Damn lucky that's all they lost.
Believe there was a place for their spirit guides made man. Cloud and clear that man.
You know, that junction.
oh, oh, suck on that.
This whole thing, wait. No hard feelings. Why? Well, buddy, you just might have the right idea. This road doesn't have enough traffic. We'll probably go you around.
Good. Finally destroyed that radio.
Yeah. Prancing around like Kenny Omega. Fucking A, see? Kenny Omega. I don't mind Kenny Omega. He's a hell of a lot better than Seth Rollins.
Seth Rollins isn't in this though.
It's not. It's his
No,
cousin.
probably not. You know.
Fucking A, Ashton.
These morons that didn't even look to see how much gas they had. So now they're going to have to eat some beans to get that truck rolling again.
Mm-hmm.
The guy with the black hair, though, almost looks like Sal Mineo a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
You ever see Rebel Without a Cause, Juno?
Yes, with James Dean and Salminio.
James Dean. Yeah.
Sadly, it's pretty fucked up what happened to Salminio in real life.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. He's in this great, weird, fucking bizarre movie called Who Killed Teddy Bear? It's really good.
A lot of people say that Rebel for the Cross was like a cursed movie or some shit because like Salminio and James Dean would both like sadly die after that movie.
If you think I'm trying to be noble, I get no smoking up. I totally No, you're not just trying to be nosy like most.
That's a good one, Zodiac. You know.
One day he's
Whoa, shit! Juno just popped off. What the hell happened? Where'd he go? What are you doing? What the fuck?
ordinary, but
There he is. Hey, bro, I want to meet Daniel Harris, bro. I want to act, bro. I want to keep my channel, bro.
run away with him.
What the hell
Sorry about
happened,
that, my
Juno?
friend. I accidentally exited by accident.
No, and that's
Oh, all right.
the end of the making it on my own. You know, like,
Don't want to talk about Daniel Harris, bro. I heard that.
I want to meet Daniel Harris again, bro. I want to, buy a jar of her farts, bro. Yeah.
I was surviving. Running that car, John was back on his way to LA. Goes and went to the bedtime story. Now you got it. Funny here? Is that your secret, huh? Is that what you do?
Haji was in. Well, she's in Faster Pussycat. With Tura and Tura Satana, and that was the one that was after this. And then she has a small part in Beyond the Valley of the Dolls, and I think she was in a few other things. Red grabbers, what the fuck is that supposed to mean? Z, you missed this thing the last time he was in here, and when you kicked him out, he sent me all these like messages and comments, and then he deleted them all. But he said, you didn't have to kick me out. You hate me, and all this other kind of bullshit. It was hilarious. So, it's like I told you, you do whatever you want, I'm done with, that idiot.
Winter. Winter of next month. Next year. Angel. All I want is it wasn't me. That crazy drunk. Bad guy. Drummer. Psycho. I want to get your own band, man. Look at what them. I didn't do a thing. Now you know that.
Like feet.
Get me off. I mean, like you could explain to the boss. Just tell them everything. Save me. Tell them Go on. Answer me. Answer me. What? What's gonna happen? I thought you were a real swinger. So I could go for you, but I really could. You could only just keep your pretty mouth shut.
me. You had the shave. It was a short blankets. There. He came here last night. He's going to kill me. I have to.
Let me kill us both. My life.
Are you still going on? Is it worth it?
They raped my wife.
Yeah, the one thing about this movie, there's a lot of sexual assault.
Yep, there is.
What with him?
But see, at least she killed his ass.
She killed the peckerhead.
Sexual assault, yeah. There's plenty of that. The queeful, queeful kiss. McGrady. It just amazes me how many of these people follow those fucking idiots, you know, and stuff. Good
Yep.
people too, because there's a lot of them that I like that go into those jack offs streams. But you know, but who really burns me up is all you know, planting initials up his ass, you know.
A-hole.
Wolf boy, you know. It is Z because you know they just fucking follow blindly. Like these motherfuckers are like the Pied Piper and shit, you know.
Yeah, I agree, Chester. I see that motherfucker's channel, and he is gotta be boring his son of a bitch I've ever seen. Like how Stone Cold was see.
Monday Night McGraw. Yeah. Well, I think we all do, all have bad habits, of some sort, but the thing about us is we can tell the bullshitters from the non-bullshitters though. That's exactly right, Rosie, sure you can.
Like we know that Mitch Russo's a dipshit liar.
This guy thinks that he's Chinese or whatever, because he fought, or Vietnamese because he fought in Nam or whatever.
He is the most boring son of a bitch I've ever seen. And Gay Ray is just gay.
He was lucky that he didn't get killed right off the cuff, Juno and
Mm-hmm.
stuff.
Yep. One shot and one opportunity to blow this motherfucker.
Man, I wouldn't hold two sticks of dynamite between my legs. Jesus Christ.
Woo!
Ah,
You went up in smoke on that crazy
yep.
fuck. And then you see his dead carnage carcass asylum.
He got blown up real good. Oh, kind of
Mm-hmm.
twisted and shit. Didn't get as bad as he should have, but and he's all twisted.
Glad they got that asshole done.
And she still looks a lot better than he does. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
It's Christmas time because Dawn is in the house.
Orderly Don, what's up? Did a good watch party last night, Don.
I'm sorry I missed it because I didn't get a damn notification.
MOBA.
Harry prison cherry. Bumhouse. And so, ladies and gentlemen, and I use that term loosely, of course, that was a motorcycle. Been a long time since I've seen that. I forgot how nutso that fucking guy was,
Mm-hmm.
but it's still fun.
He went up in smoke. I didn't say
Yeah.
he looked all crooked at the end.
Speaking of up, I could have shown that one, and that, that one's a little out there. It's still fun though. Some other time, next time we decide to explore the depths of Bosomania. I hope all of you guys enjoyed this month because I know I did, and of course, there's quite a few people that did with the ladies and their yeah. So Well, you guys are always welcome, and I always appreciate you being here, and appreciate Juno being here. I'm just sorry that Kenny couldn't make it tonight because we, didn't get any of his acerbic wit, throwing
Mhm.
hoagies around or whatever, But I mean, I'm glad Z was here for the unveiling of the Vince Russo bro pick,
Mhm.
So it's just like it's a fucking like nightmare come to life, to own something like that.
Plus, at the end, wanted to say that AEW Revolution. I mean, Redemption was an 8 out of 10. Definitely enjoyed it. If anybody still wants to check it out,
You should fucking just post the link in here, man.
yeah,
You can still,
definitely.
you can still send it to me, but go ahead and post the link for people that, want to watch it. Juno has the hookup.
Yeah, it's this website, but I don't know what. Like, it hasn't really gave me shit, so it's actually a safe website to watch the stuff, and you get a good quality of it. It's not like some piece of shit squeeze in because they don't want to get copyrighted. So they put like a stupid squeeze in zoom in. No, it's you get it 1080p, and it was the damn event, and it's was one of the so far. It actually got me invested in AEW right now because it actually balanced the card better.
The only thing Kenny told me the way that he watches stuff is he knows some girl that streams shit out to people on TikTok, and he says it's not the best quality because you're watching it off her fucking TV. I mean, I wouldn't mind going and doing something if I actually knew how to fucking, do it right so everybody could see it, but,
Hmm.
you know, I don't know how to fucking, stream that shit. There used to be a channel I watched a long time ago. This guy had this deal built up, and he would show all the fucking pay-per-views. I mean, it was during when like the network was going. I mean, he'd show that, all that stuff. I don't know how he did it, but he'd show all the TNA stuff, the pay-per-views, and all that, and that's what I'd usually watch it for until, of course, Blowgun, got there, and then I'm like, I'm not watching this shit anymore. And apparently I was glad that I did because
But yeah, I did watch it. Had fun with it. It actually was one of the things I actually was happy about earlier today. Because I first thought the pay per view was going to be sucky, but it actually was pretty damn good. Just because, like, I don't know most of these new fucking wrestlers because I stepped away from AEW. The only time I knew about these wrestlers is that when you and Kenny would mention them, but I didn't really mostly know these fuckers. But when I saw them wrestling in this pay per view, it actually was interesting, especially the match with Kenny Omega and Keith Knight. That was actually a good match.
Kevin Knight, you mean?
Or I get confused. Keith, I always thought it was Keith Knight or something. Keith, Keith Lee, that's a guy that they fucking forgot and never
Yeah.
really did shit with. Fucking crime.
I mean, that would be, I mean, it would be cool, Z, to do something like that, but I don't know if a lot of people, would actually pull their money towards it. That's the thing.
AEW did that one time, but I missed going to the show to see it. There at the Brennan Theater in Modesto, they were actually showing Revolution 2022, but I fucking missed that. Because I was thinking of buying the stupid pay-per-view, but I didn't know how to do that crap. But their ordering pay-per-view was stupid, and I kind of did regret not going to the theater to go see it. But their buying pay-per-view is so stupid because I don't know how the hell, because I'm putting in the card number, I'm putting in all the things to fucking pay it to watch this damn event, and the stupid thing won't even take my payment.
It did that
I'm
with
like,
me one time. I think the first two pay-per-views, and then I got pissed off and said, fuck this. When they had that exploding death match that never was an exploding death match, I was like, fuck that. But I mean, I'll definitely consider it sometime. I just, you know, I know a lot of us just don't have,
just
a lot of money to pay for those things. But I mean, I'd rather, pay my money, to see one of their shows than, the
I'm
Federation who
surprised.
shall not be named,
Yeah,
the
what I didn't
Davy,
real, what I
Davy
didn't
Deathgate
go ahead.
Federation.
Yeah, what I didn't realize in the show is that Dave Finley's son wrestles, which I didn't realize his son wrestled, and he wrestled in a brutal chain match with Juice Robinson, and it was pretty damn hardcore. Like not really bloody, but like pretty hard hitting match.
You can, well, like, see if you have HBO Max, you can get $10 off the pay-per-views. But I
I'm
mean,
not
really,
paying
they
this.
should give them to everybody for 30. That's what
Yeah,
I think.
I wish it's just $10, man. Like or dirt cheap, because that's bullshit for $30.
But Juno, you can come down, this weekend for SummerSlam. We can get you a $25 ticket.
I'd rather just stick the ticket up my ass. It'd probably be more exciting than the show. God, like to me, I think what WWE doing is just shit because they could tell that AEW's kicking their asses lately. Because to me, all these well, there was a few matches that kind of sucked. Like I didn't really care for the TBS match. That was probably the shitty match because that title fucking sucks. It only matters for the women's title. Besides, they don't have. I don't know if they don't have TBS no more or some shit. Because I thought they only went to back to TNT or. But this redemption show was much better than what the hell SummerSlam's going to be for that stupid 2 night crap. Ova and Lesnar. Well, if there's blood and carnage, that'll be good. But if there's not, then fuck that match. Because that should have fucking carnage in that Hell in a Cell match. Because Drew and Punk did that, and that was badass. Oba and Brock better fucking do it. I don't know. I didn't really pay attention who Telica was. I was actually happy when Willow won because I actually do like her more. But if Chris Statlander was in the match, I would have liked to seen Chris Statlander win and given the title. But that was actually better than the TBS match, in my opinion, because the TBS match sucked. Because I don't know who the fuck that woman wrestler faced Sheeta, because Sheeta says some Ring of Honor AEW woman wrestler. I don't know who the fuck it was,
That
but
was Maya World.
well, who is that? Give me explanation.
Um, she's a wrestler from Dallas. She was where the fuck was she wrestling? Japan. She was somewhere, and her brother like died the night before or whatever. So then they gave her like the underdog win and all that kind of shit because
Mhm.
like she's not bad. She's not great, but
Yeah, it just
it was like a sympathy
well they were
title
in a
thing.
you know well they were in a forgettable TBS match because that title sucks because they're not even on fucking TBS no more.
I don't know, Don. I'm thinking they're gonna sell that shit to the Saudis.
Yeah,
And
that's
then
what they're gonna fucking do.
we'll be watching like wrestling matches with beheadings and shit like that.
Yeah, and they turned away a lot of fans from them because, especially when they announced WrestleMania's not gonna be in Canada, it's not gonna be in Brazil or France or London. No, it's gonna be in fucking Saudi Arabia, and that turned everybody off. They turned their backs on wrestling on WWE for that shit. Shows you that they're a fucking sellout. Of course, they won't do London because they know that fucking AEW is doing their pay per views, so that's why. But still, their pay per view fucking sucks. The ring, everything about them sucks. The ring fucking sucks. The entrants are just jack shit. Their music are ass because they got rid of Jim Johnson and they put some dumbass to make their music that sounds like crap. And they want to push idiots like Dominic Mysterio and some other dumb fucks that I don't give a shit about. They ruin wrestling for me, so fuck their asses. Y'all might be speaking Saudi talking. Yeah, they're probably gonna take their fucking deal. It's not gonna be a fucking shocking. I know it's gonna happen.
I've been
But
done with
what the
those
fuck?
motherfuckers since 2020. Once Charlotte went to NXT and beat Rhea for the title, I was like, that's it. I'm done. Fuck that shit.
Her beating Asuka streak was fucking stupid. That didn't need to happen. That was fucking stupid. That was that was another thing that she should have never did too. I'm done. I'm done since CM Punk was done. Was done this first time. That, been done since CM Punk was done with the first time. That 2014. Yeah, when he left, it went into ass around when he left. Like, because around the time he left, Taker lost his streak. They were pretty much burying a lot of good talent like Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens too. Got a little bit disappointed because instead they were getting fucking Ryback the IC title, which he didn't fucking deserve it, and he's an asshole. Fuck him. It's just a lot of dumb shit they did around that time when CM Punk left. Like they were doing stupid storylines. Like the Authority storyline, I thought was the worst shit I have ever seen. That pretty much a lot of fans got killed off from like watching that shit because that took a lot of time from the damn show because they were just seeing Nipple H's boring ass promos every fucking week, being a dumbass with his head up his ass. And plus, fuck him for burying Sting. I still will never forget him for that. And people want to say that, oh, Triple H did a good match. Fuck that. It was a piece of shit fucking match. And also, the commentators were idiots about the match. Cody needs to turn heel. Sick of him as a babyface. Yeah. Well, if he turns heel, they're probably gonna just do a shitty John Cena heel turn where it's not gonna be good. Because their heel turns have been fucking stupid. Punk is the only good thing about that. Yep. Well, he should have never lost the damn title at WrestleMania, so that's fucking stupid of them to do that. Because Roman was not even gonna be there.
Cole's always worse.
God dang, Cole. I'm not sure if you were watching wrestling in 2011 Texas or late 2010, but that motherfucker annoyed the shit out of all of us when we watched that shit. He was like the worst fucking commentator of that because he turned heel and he was pretty much sucking the Miz's dick as when he was WWE champion and pretty much putting down Daniel Bryan in his promos because he's an asshole heel now. But god dang, his fucking promos annoy the fuck out of you.
And Don has a good idea that Danhausen should curse Cody to become a Stardust again. Yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
you know, the best Stardust thing was when, unfortunately, when David Bowie died, but he put on the Ziggy Stardust makeup. That was great
Uh-huh.
when he wore it
Every
that
week
one night. But I think Chester should turn heel. That's what I think.
Yes. The only time that heel turn should be good is good build up, good story, not lazy booking like how Jim Cornette was saying, because heel turns are lazily booked now.
Well, you know, a lot of them do the same thing where it's like, you know, it's not bad if you see it coming, but the way that they do shit where you always have some guy sometimes that acts like, you know, he's standing there and then he's like And then, of course, he goes heel. It's like that's not the way it usually was. They'd always just randomly attack somebody and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, like 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 if you want to talk about Cody Rhodes turning heel, him turning on Hardcore Holly, that was actually one of the better heel turns because it actually got everybody. And he wasn't pussyfooting about it. He actually gave him a really quick DDT and right away turn heel on him. Like that's what it should be really fucking powerful. Like not like predictable shit or lazy crap. Like even though I do like WW, but they've done the stupid shit too a few times with a few wrestlers that didn't need to be heel turn. Especially Chris Stanlander. That was a fucking mistake. Because to me, I think she's the ultimate baby face. But of course, they don't give a shit about their women's division. That's why they pretty much like barely do shit with them. Osprey, should we say? I do like Osprey, but I'm sick and fucking tired of the Death Rider storyline. I'm really fucking bored of that storyline. Like that was already 2 years of story, especially with Dan Bryan shit. That was shocking. But now, same old shit. That's what it is. But I'm glad the Young Bucks kicked their asses, which I'll give them credit because they did something fucking badass in the match. Which I don't want to spoil in case you want to check it out, Texas, the event. Ortega El Dudio, yeah. Yeah, it's just the problem with AEW is that they did stinkers, heel turns, fractions that they didn't do fucking shit with. Like Swerve had a faction. That didn't go fucking nowhere. Like, where's that Mongoloid wannabe 2.0 Brock Lesnar? Didn't do fucking shit with him. Jeff Jarrett had this fucking faction with Jay Lethal and that Mongoloid 2.0 Ray Kali. Didn't do shit with him. He's gone. So like that was fucking pointless to have that motherfucker there. The what the hell was that? The firm? They had that for that, and they pretty much people forgot about that. They didn't care about that. That was a fucking forgettable flop. And even the Ruby Soho was it Paige and Tony Storm faction, that was a big stinker. But luckily Tony Storm got herself out of the catastrophe and made herself better by having her timeless Tony Storm gimmick that saved her life, which I'm glad, because that faction was shit. And even everybody didn't like that faction. Like the
Well,
factory. Go ahead.
I was just gonna say, I mean, it does get boring when they just keep doing the same old shit. And Chester's right. I mean,
Yeah,
I wouldn't.
yeah. Like why? Like for example, like a faction that should have been established, like Team Taz. Why the fuck wasn't that established? That should have been established more. But no, instead let's have these dumbass, forgettable group come in and just then they're there for a few months and then they're gone. Like, why haven't they done like? I wanted to see Hook on the show because I thought they were gonna push him. Like, where the fuck is he?
Ring of Honor.
Oh, so they just dumped him there to the 2.0
Well, I
Ring
mean,
of Honor.
a lot of them are there. I mean, that's where Sammy is, and you know,
Man, and he's not even on AEW. That fucking sucks.
I mean, they'll bring him up for a match here or two or whatever. Like they had the whatever the fuck Orange Cassidy's crew is called.
Like, hell,
The conglomeration had them
yeah,
with the bum runners, and
yeah,
stuff.
like hell. I want to see Kyle Fletcher versus Hook. That would actually be a good match. Like, fuck. Like a go-go they fucking wasted, which I was so fucking pissed because I was looking for him to be the next like star of that fucking company, but eh, or hell, he should have been in the Blackpool Combat Club, which would have been fitting.
Well, he's there in Ring of Honor, ROH.
But it seems like their now new Ring of Honor seems like a fucking disaster to just go there and just not be mentioned in AEW no more, unless you're called back. Like he said, like damn, I wanted to see a go maybe win the fucking international title or the the TNT title.
Well, the one problem with a go-go is he has a really bad eye injury.
Oh fuck, he does.
Well, yeah, but I mean, he's had it since he's been there. It was like when he was whatever the fuck he was doing, boxing or whatever. And so
Hmm.
I would be afraid of them to give him some sort of title in case he did get his eye fucked up, and
Yep.
got blinded.
Hell, if Walter ever gets released by WWE and he goes to AEW, I would like to see him and the Go be a tag teamers. Like that would be a fucking team to see that go hardcore and just straight up street fighting. Like they're just gangsters, dress up like the Picky Blinders, and they're just beating the fuck out of everybody. And they even beat up the Death Riders. Like, fuck you, we're the Picky Blinders 2.0. And also Dave Finley's joined us and Juice Robinson. And also Sheamus. Yeah, hell, have Sheamus in the faction too. That would be a good member. They're called, I don't know, fucking, I don't know, gangster bitches. I don't know.
Have them be like, well, some of them be like dock workers or something. It's like
Yeah,
it's the local union.
yep. Like have them be like they're dominating the fucking locker room. Like we're the fucking big deal. We're gonna go after the Death Riders, and it's blood and guts. There's gonna be barbed wire, thumbtacks, lot of brass knucks, steel chains, carnage asada on a pan everywhere, and some frijoles.
There we go.
I guess it will be MJF versus Andrade at All In, since Andrade has his ring. Probably. But it's a good show. I do like the lighting and the look for that show. It just feels like it's a clean show. Like it feels like it's great until it gets smelly and dirty in the Chris Jericho and Tommaso Ciampa match. That's where it gets carnage and a lot of meat flies everywhere.
So, Juno, you got anything going on Friday?
I'm thinking about what movie to pick, but I'll pick a movie for Friday. Because sometimes I want to find a movie that's on YouTube because I don't really trust that fuck movie app.
Right.
But I'll let you know to see what I have on Friday. But the movie will be set up for Friday, and it'll be set up for 8 around your time and 6 around my time. Good night, Z. Thank you for joining. It's been a pleasure seeing you. Z.
Yep. It's always awesome when Z's here. So, yeah, have a good night and stuff. But yeah, I think it's shut it down and everything. But appreciate you guys coming out for this one and stuff. I hope you guys like the movie. I mean, I did. It's not like one of his best, but I think last week the load was blown, so to speak, on all the nudity and everything like that. But as always, though, thanks to Z and Rosie and Chester and Ashton and Brooke and Don, especially for coming out and hanging out for a while. And hopefully Kenny, gets better and stuff. I'll keep you guys updated on all that. And Jimbo Jack and Alan and Tom Baker, of course. So, we'll have an interesting next month because Johnny wants to hang out with us and do Messiah of Evil. So I got to get together with him and see when he wants to do that. And, there'll be some other stuff. But yeah, thanks for coming out tonight, everybody. And, we'll see y'all on Friday, hopefully, or at least,
Yep.
Next Tuesday and all that.
Night, buddy.
Well, I don't want everybody to be good. I want you to go out and cause trouble, set a car on fire or something, have some fun. I didn't say
And
that.
make some carne asada.
Waste your time on something good. That's what I'll say. Anyway, so have a good night, everybody.